Hello everybody, Flying Scotsman 4472. It has been a solid minute since I've made any sort of a video, but Christmas came and I wanted to do a Christmas haul video, so there is a lot to get through. I'm only doing the trains and train related things. I did get some other stuff for Christmas that wasn't trains. I got some Star Wars lightsabers, I got some Wicked stuff because I'm a musical theater kid, but today we're mainly going to be talking about the trains that I got. So let's get into that because there is a lot of them. So we'll start with probably the least interesting things, which are some of the real life, just random train things that I got for myself. So first off, I got this plastic bag of random plastic track and plastic train parts. But the real interesting thing about it was this train that came inside of it. This like 200 series Shinkansen looking engine that's silver and blue, has almost like a Kenji color scheme with the silver, which is kind of cool. But silver and blue, and if you don't recognize what this thing uses the same chassis as this train from those Train in a Tin and cheap plastic train sets. I really want to make a layout with these as I want to do some custom model painting and things like that, but I don't want to do anything on super expensive models yet because I don't trust myself. So I was thinking I would get this as a little train to go on it just for fun. Unfortunately, the chassis that it's currently in has corroded batteries, but I have tested it already. It does actually fit on this chassis because they are the same. So that's cool. And the other cool thing is that because this is the bogie or the dummy engine, this is a dummy chassis. It actually has no motor inside, which is kind of weird looking at this and seeing that there's no motor. But yeah, it's pretty cool, which means technically I could have 2 bullet trains if I wanted. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It looks cool. Here, I'll even hook it up so you can get an idea of the whole thing, how it looks together. And I do plan to do reviews of some of these engines. I might do a review of this one if people want it, but I'm on carpet, so this isn't working really well. But yeah, so that's roughly how it would look right there. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a really cool train, so I'm excited to have it. So yeah, you'll see more of that in future videos of layout building. So there's that. And then the next sort of realistic train thing that I got was these two. These are 2 Amtrak stress toys. So this one is really cool. This one is of the ACL 44, I think is what it's called. This is like the new Amtrak multi-purpose passenger train that they're trying to implement all over the country. This is in its Series 6 paint scheme, I believe. This thing is really cool. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like the size of like an HO scale train. It's actually really tiny. For comparison, here is a Thomas Mini. It's like, yeah, you can see like really tiny. But yeah, really cool. It has lots of nice little details on it with the Amtrak logo right there. And you have even like the grooves of all the vents. So yeah, it's got some nice detail. It's pretty cool. It has a little Amtrak.com on the top. So yeah, these things are cool. You can buy them off of the Amtrak website and things like that. So yeah, they're really cool. This one's really cool. And then this is the one that I really wanted, which was the Acela. This is of the new Acela, the Avelia Liberty. And this is the real reason why I wanted these, was because there's like no available merchandise of the Avelia Liberty that actually looks like this, or that looks like the Avelia Liberty that isn't this. And even this, I can't seem to find any more of these now that I have this one. I think they either stopped producing them or they're temporarily out of stock. I'm hoping they get back into stock because I would like to get a few more of these. But yeah, so I do have this one though, which is nice. It's really nicely detailed. It looks just like the Avelia Liberty. It's really pretty. I really like all the molded detail, and I love all the paint. It captured the shape like perfectly. It's insane. This one has less back detail, but yeah, it's also a little funky with the paint. But these are just like stress toys. Like they're really squishy and flexible and things like that. But I won't really be using them for that. I will just be using them as little display things, which will be cool. And I'll take them back with me to college and whatever. But yeah, they're really cool. Also Amtrak.com there. Amtrak stuff on the bottom. And the cool thing was I wanted to see what scale these were because I was curious. And so here's my Hornby TT scale Mallard. They're roughly in scale. It is roughly the scale of a TT scale locomotive. So, like, for example, this thing does not look that bad beside Mallard. And neither does this Acela. So what I might actually do is, if I'm able to get more of these, I might just cut off the bottoms and turn them into custom trains. Or I might try and use the measurements of both of these and make custom ACL 44s and Acela train sets to run in TT scale stuff, as TT scale is not an American train scale, really. Like, I don't think there's anyone in America who produces stuff in TT, so it'd be pretty cool to have some American TT scale trains. So yeah, but these are cool. I think you can still find this one on Amtrak's website. At the moment, this one is out of stock, so hopefully it'll come back into stock soon, because I'd like more of them. So there's that. Oh, and then I forgot this. This is a little Lego lighting kit, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty nifty. I don't know what I'll use this for, but we'll see. I'll find something. And now we get into the Thomas stuff. So I have a few pretty cool pieces. So we'll start with the Thomas push-alongs first. These are all, like, you know, modern Thomas push-alongs and things like that. So you have Kenji, who's pretty cool. I've been wanting Kenji for a decent while, so I'm really happy to have him. I'm trying to collect all the AAG push-alongs, because I actually really do like these push-alongs. They look really good, so yeah, I'm happy to have Kenji. I'll do a review of him. All these push-alongs are going to get their own reviews. And also, I have Henry, who's also looking pretty snazzy, which this means I have every single main character of the Steam team besides Edward. Edward is the one character I'm missing, so I need Edward. But then I'll have the main 7. So yeah, which will be cool. Actually, I guess the main 8, because I also have Emily. So yeah, so here's Henry. Pretty cool. I'll also do a review of him. And then this is the cool one. Actually, then we'll do this 3-pack next. And here's the Christmas Shivery Delivery, which gives me a special custom version of Sandy, who I don't have any model of, and Brake Car Bruno, who has like his own special Christmassy design, which is really cool because I have Bruno, so this will be a cool comparison. And there's a flat car with a Christmas tree star on it, so yeah, pretty cool. And I'm glad to finally have like one of these die-cast snowplow things. I've always wanted one of these. So yeah, this is a really cool set. I'm looking forward to opening it up and seeing what's inside. And then this is the cool one, is Whiff. I was able to find Whiff. Yay! So I'm really happy to have him, because I know he's quite hard to find, especially here in the States. So I'm really glad to have him, and I can't wait to open him up and have him beside all the other characters. So yay! So there's those push-alongs. Sorry, I had to cut for a second. I didn't have the last item. And then the last item is one more push-along, but this is actually an older push-along. This is from CGI Thomas, and it is the Troublesome Truck. This is a thing I've been wanting for quite a while, so I'm finally glad I have it. It's complete with its coal load, which is nice, because I know oftentimes these things will pop up on eBay without their coal loads. It's a weighty push-along, especially for the CGI Thomas push-alongs. It's pretty heavy. It is absurdly large. Like, here's Henry, who's one of the big engines, and he is, like, smaller than the truck. So it is a bit of an absurdly large truck, but it is finally nice to have an official piece of push-along rolling stock for my engines to pull. So I'm hoping to get maybe a few more of these, like two or 3 more of these to have, like, a little train. But yeah, it's cool to have this. Yeah. Also like the color scheme, the blue and the yellow. kind of cool. All right, so that is the push-alongs. So next we'll go to some of these other things. We're getting to some small trains now. So we're gonna zoom in a little bit. And first we have 4 minis Troublesome Trucks, which is always nice because I'm starting to get into collecting the minis because I have some ideas for them. And at the moment, I need some rolling stock, specifically some Troublesome Trucks. And so here are just 3 normal Brendan Bay yellow Troublesome Trucks. This is the normal coal truck that they've had in the line for like the better part of the however long the Troublesome Truck has been in the line now. So just always glad to get more of these. I do need to take the weights out of them because none of my other ones have the weights in them, so I do need to take those out. And then here is this new Troublesome Truck, which I think came from the newest advent calendar for this year. It's really interesting because it just looks like a normal Troublesome Truck, with like coal in the top and whatever. So I'd like to get a few more of these because this one's kind of cool. And it has a different face too. It's more of like an angry face, and it kind of looks like Scruffy with all the rusted look to it. So yeah, it's a cool looking truck. I'm happy to have it. So now I think this means I have 5 of these plus a custom one, and then I also have this one. So yeah, my minis rolling stock collection is growing. And then final mini Thomas trains. I have a bag of the Ertl Thomas minis, which is a thing I love to collect. I love to collect the Ertl mini Thomas trains. And so I'm glad that I was able to get some more. Because there were a few characters in here who I either didn't have or characters that I just wanted more of. So there's a few of these, which I'm assuming are like pristine, it seems, like Thomas trains. So you have like Thomas in here. You have, it's like platform. I think this might actually be the turntable from one of the sets. And then you also have Percy, and these ones are pretty much like untouched. Like they're really, really like pristine. And then you also have a number of other ones in here. So I have Thomas. I think there's 2 Thomases. Yeah, there's 2 Thomases in here. We got 2 Jameses, 2 Edwards from the looks of it. Yeah. And these are all just the normal minis. You got a Percy, which is always nice. Always nice to have another Percy. Got another Trevor. I think this makes it my 3rd Trevor, maybe. And then we get the things that I really wanted, which were... Oh, and also 2 things that just randomly came in here. These are the Bluebird Thomas items. And I think these come from the Thomas set. So you get a Troublesome Truck, which is pretty cool, and a Thomas. And I've never had any of these Bluebird items, so pretty cool find. Yeah, pretty cool. And so these are the things I really wanted, which were 2 more Annie and Clarabelles. Another set of Annie and Clarabelles. Always good to have some more coaches. Birdie, who was a character I did not have. And you gotta have Birdie, so glad I have him. I think the only character now that I'm actually missing is Harold. So I need Harold. And then I got some Troublesome Trucks, which is nice. I got 2 Troublesome Trucks, and I also have a 3rd one. So, yeah. I think this means now that I officially have a decent amount of actual rolling stock, which is nice. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get a few more of these just so that I can make some longer trains. But yeah, it's nice to actually have some rolling stock now for these little guys. But yeah, so I got these, and these guys are all pretty nice. So I will definitely be using those in videos. I have some ideas for these little mini Thomas characters, which you guys will see in future. And now we got 2 kind of special items to look at. And one of them is Bandai Teex Percy. This is a metallic version, which, yeah, very hard to find. Or maybe, I don't think it's hard to find, but it's pretty hard to find it for a decent price in this good of condition. I got it for about $16. So not a bad price for something that's decently hard to find. in good condition. I'm very happy to have this. This green is just beautiful. And I like how they didn't just, what most metallic variants do, where they just paint the parts that are normally green and then just leave the normal parts that are red and whatever just normal. Like they even painted like his running board green. They made like the lamp irons green. Like they took things that normally would be red and made them also green, which I think is pretty cool. So I really like it. Yeah, Percy's really cool. So I'm very happy to have this, and also have my first ever Bandai tech. I plan on collecting more of the, not Bandai techs, but the Golden Rail series. So I'll hopefully have a few of those, and Percy won't be so lonely anymore. So yeah, that'll be very cool. And then the final thing, I don't know how rare this is. My audience can tell me, but Thomas Wood Belle. Very happy to have this. I'm a bit of a Thomas Wood collector. I do like to collect the unpainted Thomas Woods. I think they're pretty cool, just because they're so different that it's pretty cool to have them. And I also have a soft spot for them. I was going through a rough time when I was collecting some of the Thomas Wood stuff, and it helped me get through it. But yeah, and it reminds me of just childhood. But yeah, but I think Belle was unreleased and was only given to like Thomas TCC members. That's what I heard. I could be wrong. She might just be a very rare limited release at the end of the line, but I know she's rare. So I'm very happy to have her. I do not have her water tanker, but that's fine. She does look a little beat up, like her funnel's a little chewed up. It doesn't really want to focus, but her funnel's a little chewed up. Parts of her wheels are a little scratched up and bruised. And like she has a little bit of paint loss on the top. But for the most part, she's actually in a decent condition. I'm very happy with this Belle. And just to have such a, what I consider a pretty hard to find Thomas Wood model in my collection is just pretty cool. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure my mom said she got it for a decent price. That's good too. So she says she didn't get it for like an absurd amount of money, because she had no clue what she was buying. She saw this and she was like, hey, would you want this? And I was like, oh my God, yes, please get it for me. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm very happy to have it. I almost wish that this was a normal version of Belle though, because it has all these water splatters on her, and instead of like just normal Belle. But I mean, still looks really cool. And now I have somebody to go with my unpainted Thomas Wood Flynn, because it's the only version of Flynn I have. So yay, got some stuff. It's awesome. So now we're gonna look at a few things that are not strictly Christmas gifts. These are just a few things that I got throughout the year, or that I got recently that I want to show off, that are pretty cool Thomas items. So first is I got this Jerome and Ryan Trackmaster Pack. I got it for like 15 bucks on eBay. So Jerome's missing a few pieces, but like I'm still happy to have it. It's really cool. Really like Ryan, he's cool, and really like Jerome. Really like having this. I really wanted to get like one of the breakdown crane characters. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this. Next is one that I've been wanting to get for a long time, and I just finally got it. And it was Trackmaster Flying Scotsman, because this is one of the few official Great Race versions of Flying Scotsman. The other one is the small capsule wind-up version, which I also want to get. So having this version is really cool in my opinion. He does run. He's very quiet. So yeah, but his cool looking face. I don't personally mind the steam effects. I know people have issues with them. They don't bother me, but I just think he is a really cool item, and it's just cool to have a like official like Thomas version of Flying Scotsman that is from the show and not based off like a Railway Series book or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then finally, probably the coolest thing that I got this year, Die Pet Hero. I've never owned any of the Die Pet characters, but I saw this one. One of my friends got it for very cheap on Amazon, and he was like, oh my God, I found this, you should get one. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And so I got this one. It's really cool. I'm gonna have a full review coming out about this soon, but yeah, very happy to have that. So yeah, here is all the train stuff I got for Christmas. I was super happy to get all this. It's so cool having some items that I've just been meaning to get for a while, like Kenji and Henry, and then models that I never thought I would get, such as Belle, and even items that aren't Thomas related that I just really wanted, like the Amtrak stuff. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this haul video. I know I've been gone for quite a while, but I have tons more videos coming up very soon. So I can't wait to show them all with you guys and just have some more videos coming out because it's been a while. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And this was Flying Scotsman 4472. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.